Well, well, well. Look what the cat done drug in. This is Bootsey TwoFly from TwoFly International Clothing Brand, and we are back. Whew. Let me set y'all straight. As usual, another week's gone by, y'all. Another week. Starting to get hot out here. You know what I mean? So, straight up, man. I know we talk about red pill knowledge. We talk about a lot of subjects here. So, today we're going to talk about how black women saved my life. Let's just go straight for it. Now, we know about things I've said about red pill and the alphas and all that, but let's be real. Let's be 100% real. None of us will be here without a black woman. Matter of fact, there will be nobody without a woman, period. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I was younger, my birth mama, whoever she was, like I don't know who she is, I don't know who my birth father is, whatever the case is. So, my parents, basically, who adopted me, who took me in, you know, it was, they took me in, took care of me, fed me, clothed me, took me to church, and took care of me for years. Even though, we fell out after a certain period, but the fact remains, my mom saved me, my pops too, of course, but it was always a black woman that saved me. Let me tell you, let's start off with my mom, right? So I was in the Bluff, the west side of Atlanta, when I was younger, and we was in the hood. The Bluff is the west side, right by where the Falcons play, Vine City. So one day I remember, I was always like the smallest kid. And one day, I know West Side was real rough. You could say back then, it was really tough. It was rough. Kids getting beat up. You got big kids used to cut Washington High, man. We used to have Washington High on the West Side. They were notorious for cutting school. They was jacking people for starter coats, Jordans, any kind of shoes. They looked like grown men in high school, man. Like, I just still don't understand that to this day. But my mom, one day, it was this one big kid, man, big ass kid, man. And he basically had, he tried to chase me and my homeboy. So as I'm trying to run from him, he grabbed me. Like, he grabbed me by my book bag and pulled me back. I don't know what he wanted. I guess he was trying to be a bully. And as I'm trying to pull away, I hear a voice. I don't know where my mom came from. My mama said, "Don't you run from him. Don't you damn run from him, and you better not touch him." My mama was standing on the top of the hill, looking down. None of us seen her. She came down that hill and said, "You better not touch him." That boy was shook. That little rascal was shook, man. I'd never been so happy to see my mom in my life, boy. That big old, the boy looked like a monster, like he had been in like 5th, 6th grade trying to jack up a first grader. You know what I mean? I might have been in like the 1st grade, something like that. But I don't know where my mama came from, but I was glad to see her save my ass, man. Let's go further, man. Years later, as I got older, started dating, messing around with chicks, getting in trouble, things like that, or really say being homeless. You feel me? Like I was homeless and things like that. So, it was pretty much at that point. I basically, I remember my friend Donna, man. Donna, if it wasn't for Donna and her mama, I'd have been messed up, man. I was in the streets, just kind of, I always had a job, or, but I didn't really know who I was, didn't know what I wanted to do at that time. I had some ideas, but I felt like I was cursed, man. Like I could never get nothing going. I always messed up everything I touched, no matter what. But if it wasn't for Donna, man, I'm talking about, man, I had to go. I was living. She told me, like, I got in trouble one time, and she's like, "Hey, man, you need to come stay here. You can always come over here. You come, just throw your stuff in here." And I stayed there for a while, man, off and on, man. If it wasn't for Donna, man, and her mom, Miss Evans, oh my gosh, man, they saved my life plenty of time. They was like, "Hey, boy, you ain't got no food. Go get you some food stamps. You ain't know you qualified for that. Put me on game." You know what I mean? I didn't know them. But women, black women especially, man, you got to figure out, man, because they're the most abused, the most looked down. Um, you know, I mean, I admit, I'm a man. I've given black women problems just like they gave me problems. So it's been a tick for a tack in my life. I ain't perfect by no means, but I can truly say they have saved my life several times, man. They saved my ass from being homeless. I remember there was another chick, Barnett, in some shit, older chick. Had to go, I was in Stone Mountain on the east side. I would have to go stay with her for a while, man. But Louisiana chick, just like Donna is a Louisiana chick. Good people, man. You know, when I had birthdays, they would cook something for me. They would make birthday cakes. If I ain't have no money, Donna would look out. Barnett would look out. I always seem to have somebody in my corner that was cool, especially women. Now, you know, guys is cool too. I got some partners that really saved my life. You know what I mean? I got, you know, Damon, Eddie, Tanel, Rock. When I've been in tough spots, man, I've been in a lot of tough spots. They've been in a lot of tough spots. And if you ain't got nobody to back you, man, you can't do everything by yourself. That's just a law of the jungle. We all independent. We all do what we got to do. But let me say, man, I've had some chicks that, you know, I never gave them credit. I was young and I was dumb at the time. But there's been, chicks that, you know, I was hungry. They cooked for me. Well, hey, you know, I got you. Or when I worked in the airport, I might have been broke at the time. And some chick was cool with me. And she worked behind the counter. She like, hey, man, I got you. Don't even pay. You ain't got to pay. You know what I mean? So we do give a black woman a hard time. Not everybody's good, but not everybody's bad either. But there have been some women that have saved not just me, a lot of brothers' life. But you know, I can speak for my account of that. You know, guy wants to go out and do something stupid. If I wanted to go out and do something stupid, I got mad at somebody, and I'm talking about going to handle business. You know, I'm finna take that thing with me, and whatever happens, happens. And sometimes it be a woman that be like, hey, what you ain't going nowhere, man. What you think you about to do, man? You need to put that thing up, put that Bethlehem up, or put that thing up, man. Who you think you is, man? You can go out there and do something stupid and get yourself messed up. And usually it be a woman. It be some women out here, especially our black women, that save a lot of us, man. Because we be, you know, sometimes we don't think straight. We do stupid stuff. We get our chest pumped up. We gonna go out there and handle something, and they'll talk us out of it, man. You know, I had plenty of chicks do that to me. They like, hey, man, I don't know what you thinking, but that's negative energy. I don't want it around me. Get it out of there. You know, even when I didn't have a car, man, chicks gave me a ride, or you know, they gave me money to catch the MARTA. You know, the public transportation, I got a ride. Some chicks, they took me home. A lot of our black women, man, they took me home. I could name several of them. It was cold outside. It was snowing one time, man. We got snow in Georgia. I know it's weird, but yeah, we got snow. It was cold as hell, and I had to go home. One or two coworkers, they would take me home on a regular basis. You know, so a lot of the black women, they don't get a lot of credit. And if you look on through history, you know, black women is the most abused woman on the planet, man. You know, the most abused woman, the most just looked down upon woman. But if it wasn't for the black women, none of us would be here. You know, I don't know where I would actually be, to be honest with you, because I was homeless. Even my mama left me. My mama left me, but another lady raised me. You get what I'm saying? And her and my aunts, when I got into a situation, I had to go to my aunt, one of my aunties' house. You know, I had to go stay with her for a couple of years, man, when things didn't go wrong. You know, the lady that I've been renting from, when I was kind of out there, she was like, hey, man, you know, you left, but if you want to come back, we ain't got no problems. The room is still available. Hey, you know, it's up to you what you want to do. So I know we get a black woman a hard time, but in reality, nobody would be here if it wasn't for a woman, the womb of a woman, because everybody comes through the womb of a woman. You know, we all have took that path. Everybody comes from a woman. She basically is like a version of God itself, because You know what I mean? Everything comes through that woman. If she was just to say, oh, well, I don't want to, I don't want to birth no more. We all going to date each other. Or the women going to date each other. And they just cut off the canal. And, the coochie is gone. We would be messed up. There would be no babies born. That, what we going to do? A bunch of guys sit around and play checkers and poker all day? I don't know. But I can sincerely say, I remember Jeanette. I had a good conversation with Jeanette. She had hit me up. She was having some issues. But we've been cool for 20 years. Man, I know some of these women 20 plus years or 15, 20 years. But we was talking about, there was one time me and Jeanette lived together. And, I was young. She was young. We butt heads, but not like that. But like we had good times at that particular time. But I remember I was having issues. I got put out somewhere I was staying. And I'm just kind of like in the streets, man. And I was staying with a chick that I grew up with. I was with a chick that I grew up with. Like we grew up in the same neighborhood. We from the west side. So, I was literally living in her basement. And we ain't talking about a fixed up basement, a furnished basement. Nigga, we talking about a basement. And I'm talking about, man, I was down there with the dust. I'm living. So sometimes I've been at my lowest point in life, bro. I'm talking about my lowest point. And I'm telling you, I've been sick. I had the flu, sick. Had to go to Donna and them house, Miss Evans' house, man. They took care of me, gave me soup. Didn't have no money. They lend me money, give me money. I'm telling you, man, it's deep, man. I know we all dog the black women. We give them a hard time, but I'm telling you, bro. But anyway, back to the basement. I'm in the basement. And so I end up getting a job at the airport, right? So I get a job at the airport. And, oh, man, I was just kind of ecstatic about that because I was like, man, I got to get some money. I'm doing bad out here. I'm doing bad, bro. So I'm like, damn. So my ass, I just love to jump on the chat lines, talk to chicks. And so one day I'm at the airport and I just had got that job. So I was like, man, I ain't really going to go back to the west side. I'm going to just hop on the chat line. So I hadn't seen Jeanette in years, man, in years. I didn't even know where she was, man. I had no idea. So I hop on the chat line, call this little chat connection up. Back in the day, so Delta, I used the Delta phone at the time. So I was up in one of their little break room, hideaway rooms I used to be in all the time, hiding, chilling. I called the chat line, and I'm hearing all these different chicks. And I'm like, But then I hear a voice, and the chick, I said, damn, this chick kind of sounds familiar a little bit. And so I'm like, damn, do I know this chick? And so we went live. She sent me a live request. We go live on the chat line, talking. I say, hey, man, where you stay? She said, I'm in College Park, man. I'm off Old National. I said, all right, cool. You sound so familiar. Do I know you? And she said, I don't know. And I say, Jeanette? And she say, wait a minute. Boots, is that you? I said, yeah, man. So just so happened, she had her two kids, Kyle and Denasia. She had just had Kyle maybe not too long before that. But long story short, man, I didn't realize that my homegirl that I was staying with, she got mad. She thought that I had somehow stole her son's Social Security card. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know nothing to do with a Social Security card. I don't know where you put your stuff. I only come upstairs in the kitchen and go back to the basement and watch TV, and that's it. But man, we fell out over something I didn't do. But Jeanette was telling me, hey man, go get your clothes, man. If you need a place to come, man, I'm single, just come over here. And I end up the same day the chick was trying to put me out, saying that she had a baby daddy moving back in, some excuse. Man, I went over there, got all my shit, and I was gone. Me and Jeanette had a relationship for a couple of years after that. And we, but prime example of how she saved my life, man. About to be homeless. Coming right back, y'all.